4 French soldiers were imprisoned in a deep pit. They suddenly noticed in horror that a German soldier appeared at the edge of the pit. The soldier made a face at them, then jammed his bayonet into his boot and began hopping around above them. The prisoners were confused, unsure of what was happening. Just as they were wondering, the soldier suddenly threw mud at them. One of the prisoners felt insulted and picked up a stone, throwing it at the German soldier. The soldier's rifle fell into the pit. The prisoners quickly grabbed the rifle, chambered around, and aimed at the soldier. But instead of being scared, the soldier pulled out a handkerchief and covered his face. Then, he changed his demeanor, putting on a red nose and transformed into a clown. He began a slapstick performance above the pit, making the prisoners laugh. They couldn't help but lower their guard and put down their weapons. The soldier used humor to briefly make them forget their dire situation. But just as they were laughing, the soldier threw a grenade into the pit. The prisoners were terrified. However, the grenade didn't explode. They soon realized the soldier had thrown a loaf of bread instead of a grenade. Having been starving for 3 days, they eagerly divided the bread into 4 pieces and devoured it. Next, the soldier pulled out 3 apples and started juggling. He purposely dropped the apples into the pit. By now, the prisoners were completely relaxed and had let down their guard. At that moment, the German soldier spoke for the first time, telling them that as long as they were alive, there was still hope. Before leaving, the prisoners handed the rifle back to him. The soldier's humorous performance had broken through the coldness of war and ignited a spark of hope in their hearts. But as he walked away, his expression suddenly turned serious. He knew that the 4 prisoners would be buried alive the next day. The following day, the soldier returned, bringing a bottle of strong liquor to warm them up. Just then, the German officer and his men arrived. When the officer saw the soldier providing food to the prisoners, he ordered the immediate execution of the 4 men. The soldier was forced to raise his rifle, looking at the prisoner's fearful eyes. He couldn't bear to pull the trigger. Instead, he dropped the rifle, and in the officer's stunned gaze, pulled out a red nose from his pocket. He refused to shoot the prisoners. Seeing him disobey a direct order, the officer immediately raised his gun and shot the soldier. The soldier, originally a circus performer, had been drafted to the battlefield. In the end, he was executed by his own people. At that moment, the officer received a call from his superior, ordering him to release the 4 prisoners. Because the war had ended, the 4 prisoners were lucky enough to survive. One of them later chose to become an amateur clown. There was no other reason for this. Every time he put on the red nose and the colorful clothes, it felt like paying tribute to the soldier. He wanted to tell the children that even in the darkest times, humanity still shines. The pit where they had been imprisoned represented death, but the food and performance brought by the clown soldier symbolized life and hope.